Hi everyone! I'm Genesis from the Teen Department at the Yuma Main Library. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a DIY dice tower for D&D out of recycled materials. The materials you will need for this project are 2 toilet paper rolls, thin cardboard from leftover packaging like a cereal or soda can box, hot glue gun, scissors, ruler, pencil or pen, black and gray acrylic paint, 2 paintbrushes, preferably one of them to be on the smaller side, and 8 pennies, optional. I'll also be using some paper towels and disposable plates to keep the surface underneath clean during the paint and hot glue gun process. To start this project, you're going to take one of the toilet paper rolls to trace 2 circles on the cardboard with your pen or pencil. Then, cut the circles out from the cardboard and cut them in half. Next, we're going to cut off about 1/8 of an inch of the straight edge of 3 of the circle halves. Then, take one of the rolls and vertically cut it in half. Next, take one of the trimmed circle halves and place its curved edge along the top of the inside of a halved roll. After that, hot glue the circle half into place at a downward angle. Be very generous with the glue. This will be our first ramp for the dice to tumble on. Now, we are going to repeat these steps, but this time, place the trimmed circle half near the bottom of the halved roll. Set that aside and grab the other halved roll. Place and glue the final trimmed circle half at a downward angle in the middle of this roll. Next, take the 2 halved rolls and insert them into the roll that is still intact. Cut out a half circular opening, large enough for the dice, at the bottom of the rolls, making sure you're only cutting on the same side that only has a ramp in the middle. After that, remove the 2 inserts and set aside the toilet paper roll that is whole. Then, paint the inside of the 2 halved rolls with black paint and set aside to allow them to dry. While the paint is drying, measure and draw 2 rectangles onto the thin cardboard. One rectangle with an 11 centimeter length and 5 centimeter width. The other with a 20 centimeter length and ½ inch width. Cut both rectangles out from the cardboard and set aside. Now that the paint has dried on the 2 halved rolls, reinsert them back into the uncut roll. Make sure to align the cutout at the bottom accordingly. Take the previously set aside wider rectangle and place the roll on the left side near the edge with a half circular opening facing the right side of the triangle. Hot glue the roll into place. Now take the longer rectangle and hot glue its ends to the sides of the roll to create a fence for the dice. Hot glue it down to the bottom rectangle as well. Cut the excess cardboard from the rectangle underneath, surrounding the fence. Now, next part is optional, but you can hot glue 8 pennies to the underside of the structure at this point in a grid-like pattern to weigh the dice tower down. The tower still remains upright when inserting dice into it, but if you would prefer it not to wobble, then attach the pennies. After that, paint the inside of the tray, fence, and underside of the structure with black paint and allow to dry. Then, paint the outside of both the tower and fence with gray paint and allow to dry. Lastly, paint a brick pattern onto the gray sections with black paint and allow to dry. And there you have it. The dice tower is now complete and ready for use during your tabletop adventures. To use your newly made dice tower, simply drop the desired dice down the top of the tower and wait for it to roll out. If you're interested in more books about or related to D&D, check out the D&D Player's Handbook, Of Dice and Men, The Story of Dungeons & Dragons and the People Who Play It, or Dungeons & Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide, Role-Playing Game Core Rules at the Yuma Main Library for free with your library card. For the latest updates on what's happening at the library, check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. For more crafts and team book recommendations, check out our team blog. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching!